Hello there, I'm Alger Hill, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, Waking the Tiger, playing Manchukuo, trying to get independence from Japan and form Qing. And you may notice that a few things are a bit different. It is now a couple days earlier than the last time we ended the episode, and also everything is in a bit of a different place. And that's because I've had to redo the game and to get it up to the same point. And the reason for that is I'm a very big, stupid idiot face. You see, when the input information for the code that came out for Waking the Tiger, it expressly stated, do not play Manchukuo. It doesn't work. We need to change it because it's just not, it's just too hard. Please don't play it. And that's why I'm the only YouTuber making a Manchukuo series, because I'm a moron. So I decided I was going to still try it, even though I hadn't seen it. And then I found out after the end of recording the second episode, oh wait, I can't do it. And I tested it, and yes, the Independence War is impossible to win. The only way you can do it is through really janky strats. So I have redone it because they have actually patched it. You guys will never see the change, but it has patched in between after the embargo, but before the normal DLC release. And they've changed some of the focuses. So I'm just going to go through what's been changed. Invite Japanese settlers now gives a couple extra factories. And what else do we get? So yes, invite Japanese settlers gets a few extra factories. 3 places get civ factories. Then we have Collectivist Farms also gives a few extra building slots, which is really, really nice. Requesting control of the railways no longer just gives infrastructure, it actually gives one of each civvy and mill factories, which is really nice. Bolstering nationalism is really good. It actually now gives me a 15% attack bonus and 30% defensive bonus on just against Japan. For too long, people have considered Manchukuo an artificial construct made up by the Japanese. Every nation was just once an idea, establish a sense of Manchu identity, and turn the idea into a reality. So now we have a 30% defensive bonus against Japan and 15% offensive bonus. It's very, very good. We also now get 4 Imperial Guards divisions rather than 1. So that's really good. And obviously these are the ones who are 7-4, or 7-2 rather. So they're actually really, really strong. And finally, the most important part, when you do the Independence War, you get 20,000 in basic infantry equipment and also 10% division attack and core attack and defense on core territory. So the reason why I had to redo it is because it did not apply to the focuses, because the focus changes occur on focus completion, not on focus ownership. That is to say, you receive the bonuses from a focus on its completion, but it does not check to see if focus is yes, give bonus. It's once focus completed, give bonus. Thus, I had to redo it to get back all of the same bonuses, new bonuses rather. I have done the exact same thing, except I haven't gone on a mission to Germany yet. It's basically the same. I pacified the countryside in the exact same manner, but what I've done is something a bit cheekier. I've not accepted the call to arms against China, and alongside that, I have trained 17 divisions ready to deploy. So what I'm actually going to, and they are now completely ready, which is what's so brilliant. And the reason we wanted to do that is to avoid them being able to nick our divisions, because they could, at any point, request volunteers from us, and they would just nick them. And we don't want to do that. So what we can do now is we can do the Independence War, and as soon as we have done that, I will mass recruit divisions all along this border and sprang down into Korea. I've got divisions on here to take Beijing and ports, another division over here to try and nick out, what's the name of this country? Manchukuo. I think it should be fine. So we're going to do the Independence War, and we're going to survive. So I'm going to do it right now and try and do the focus and just hope that we can actually win this war. It's going to be very interesting to actually try and survive it. So when we do it, we get, we move Katawang Veto, which is great. We get 20k basic infantry equipment, war support, fire and stability 5%, and 10% division attack on core territory, as well as defense. Now this war, this is really strong, is that just after that we can get Reclaim the Empire, and we can now have cores of everything. I believe that's also still Korea. So we're going to have all these divisions ready to invade. Now, I was really frightened of them taking my divisions as soon as I recruited them. But the thing is, I've not been called to arms, so I don't think they necessarily will do it. So what I might do is I might actually just set the divisions now. I kind of wanted to keep them here so you could see what I was doing. There we go. I'm going to send them all out. Perfect. So now we have 17 divisions. I'm going to make them a new general. But I'm going to give a few to this front here. Because we're going to need, you know, a fair amount here to be able to fight this little section. And just like a couple on this front here. And the rest are going to gallop through Korea. And try and take as much as possible. We're also exercising these guys here. And we will stop it when necessary, but we'll be fine. So we're preparing Grand Paladin Doctrine. We're also going Grand Battle Plan rather than Superior Firepower, because I did actually have a comment that says Superior Firepower makes no sense, because in fact you will never have the factory power until when it's necessary to be able to utilize the artillery divisions. And I actually 100% agree. Instead I'll get Grand Battle Plan for the bonus of entrenchment speed, and also planning bonuses. I think it's going to be a lot more useful for what we're trying to do. So we're going to wait a little bit now and hope that they don't try and replenish. Okay, they are chopping a couple troops here. We also want to make sure we want to leave at least like a month to get back our division strength for our organization. Now, very annoyingly, it would appear that the AI is being incredibly stupid and not putting troops along the correct front lines. We also do need to... Oops. What did I just do? Oh, it's okay. That's fine. It's just the armies. So we'll tie the armies to our this field marshal. And we will give this guy, as in Gero Xiaxia, because he's promotion cost reduction. We'll promote him, and we will make him our field marshal, which will be great. We're also going to assign the correct generals. This guy is actually in the majority of our cavalry, so I will give him Yoshiga Kawashi, which is cavalry leader experience factor. Over here, we will give these divisions our Kang Zhao, which is going to be infantry experience factor. And over here, we will actually make, just use this basic general here, which is really good. Alongside that, also, when we get to... Yeah, by getting local arms procurement, or one of these, I actually don't remember which one, we actually do get additional... Oh, no, it's over here. It's in the German section. We can actually get... start planning skill level of new army leaders +1, which is really brilliant. Right, so these guys will actually utilize their movement a bit faster. You guys could just hurry up. That'd be really stupid duper. Don't know why you're taking so long to do a basic task. There we go. So they'll train a little bit and get the planning bonus as well. Do they get planning bonus when they're training? They do. Fantastic. So it would have been nice if we got them a little bit earlier, but that's okay. We got the training going as well, which is good. We've just got to be really, really aggressive with this and really, really intelligent. I have saved up all of my political power so that I can grab war economy once we've jumped into the war. Alongside that, I wanted to show you guys what I was going to get for my bonuses. So I'm going to get infantry attack and defense, because I'm literally nothing but infantry, and an army offense bonus as well. I'm not going to go extensive conscription because I will actually, or limited conscription, because I will actually get a lot of population just from conquering core territory, because I will get core territory like crazy. Now, getting war economy, we need 50% war support. We have, our war support is low because of low legitimacy, but once we go, when do we lose low legitimacy? So we actually lose low legitimacy once we get... once we get Mandate of Heaven. So unfortunately, we have to have claimed Beijing. Once we finish Independence War, we can reclaim the Empire and Imperial Divinity, and then we can go move the capital, and that will actually give us sufficient war support, which would be good. We could also increase war support with war propaganda, just to increase war support, and it gives 1% per week, and something like 12%, but that actually would be sufficient for what we need. So that'd be fine. The Independence War is now 30 days off. These guys are training lovingly, which is good. I want to get these guys trained as well. That's awesome. I want to make sure they at least have 15 days to get, like 2 weeks to get back their organization before we attack. Great stuff. So we're going to now turn off our training. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get the massive bonuses that I would have liked, but that's okay. These guys are actually just about almost finished, so I'll stop them. We are of course 9k infantry in the whole, but that's okay. We don't really need it because we're going to get 20,000 infantry equipment without really much fuss. I'm also going to grab support equipment now, so I can start to maybe get some engineer stuff. And I will... I'm tempted to try and increase the basic infantry equipment right now, because I will get 20,000 basic infantry. So I think I will actually just grab that. Obviously, it kills that, but that's okay. And I'm going to just cut that down a little bit, because it'd be good if I could actually just get the troops that I need and get them trained, you know? Okay. Ooh, we also do need some artillery, because we are a little bit low on that. This does mean, of course, we're going to need to trade a little bit of tungsten with the Soviet Union. Right, the war is now 15 days away. These guys are almost completely trained, which would be brilliant. So I could have trained these guys a little bit more, actually. That's alright. Brilliant. Those guys are mostly trained. An important thing is we're going to need to try and rush. See, at the moment, I'm going to try and manually reposition these guys because they're just being a bit shit. 4th International. There we go. We want to rush Korea as quickly as possible. This is the thing. We want the cavalry to rush this as well. And then we're going to need to reposition our infantry very quickly. Alright, boys, here we go. The Independence War is about to begin. We do still have quite a lot of political power. But to be honest, there's not a gigantic amount that I really want. Other than, I could get logistics and recovery rates. So we'll just grab those bonuses. Because there's not really a lot of reason not to. Oh, I could have got war propaganda. Probably should have saved my political power for war propaganda. That'd have been good. Right, we've done the war, Independence War. Qing, as the Qing Empire. We are now the Qing Empire, or Qing China rather. Led by Asingita Piru. Oh baby, I'm very excited. So we have a new focus tree. So what we're going to do is we're going to straight away get reclaim the empire. Unfortunately, on mod we've jumped down because of course offensive war. That's why. So we're going to go reclaim the empire to try and get... No, we'll go Imperial Divinity first to increase those bonuses. Why the hell are you up there? Okay, well, that's not good. They've started to reposition on their own. Suboptimal, I must say. We're going to rush these guys down that way. And I'm going to try and manually configure every single division to move as quickly as possible. I'm going to give these guys aggressive. The key here is to rush ports. That's what we really need. We really just need to rush ports. This needs to rush capital as well. No, that way, you bloody idiot. And obviously being able to grab Beijing is insanely good, and also Tijan. And grabbing the river here is going to be excellently useful. Of course, this is not core territory, so that is a problem, but the moment we get reclaim the empire, we do get the cores. And that means we can get even more division defense and attack as well, which would be really lovely. And we'll just move these guys up that way to try and get a bit more. One thing to note is that we're going to want to use our command bonuses. So we have force attack, and it only costs 23 for this smaller army, but it gives us offense and breakthrough. I mean, I don't want to do that until we absolutely have control of this area. This is obviously going to make the Japanese invasion war a little bit harder, but Japan has a lot of troops tied up in this area that they might try to pull them back to protect Korea as soon as possible. But look at that, 20,000 equipment jumping in straight away. Alright. Hungary is against China on, but we don't care about that. Invited faction from China, but we are obviously not going to accept that because we're not bloody idiots. And I'm actually going to assign this division over here. Come on, guys, you've got to move fast. Okay, that's not moving fast, though, is it? Right, good stuff. They are trying to reposition very quickly. Manchurian War of Independence, a period of internal power struggle between the Japanese administration and the government of Asingita Piru. The fight for supremacy in Manchuria has finally reached a boiling point. Reportedly, the confrontation was stopped by an incident in the imperial household in which a Japanese general supposedly insulted the Emperor of Manchukuo by demanding that he bow. Outraged, Asingita Piru replied that the Son of Heaven does not bow and struck the general with his cane before ordering his military to remove all Japanese soldiers from Chinese soil immediately. Brilliant. A non-aggression pack from China, which we'll of course not grab. For some reason the factories do not work, but there we go. We've just gained some factories by conquering a little bit of land. I will put these guys on aggressive territory. And the key thing here is we want to try and grab as much territory as possible. As quickly as possible. So Korea is being dominated, which is excellent. Any ports we can grab is even better. We're going to stop them from being able to grab Tianjin. The faster we can grab... you know what? We're going to move you here, mate, because I think you need to be over there. Right, they've actually got marine divisions for some reason, which is brilliant. And Manchukuo is actually really close to capitulation. And that is our first encirclement completed. Being able to wipe out these individual soldiers is going to be very useful for us. Come on, mate. Just ignore them. Good stuff. Gonna keep up the pressure. We're grabbing chunks of territory like mad. And we're also getting more infantry equipment. And we're gonna train an absolute ton of divisions. Like, literally as many as possible. Because this is what we need. I have also changed the division templates to be straight up 20 combat width. I don't have the artillery to put support artillery, unfortunately. But that is going to be a good idea eventually. The sooner we can grab this, the better, however. If we can knock out Manchukuo as well, that's going to be hugely beneficial. Let's try and grab this river. So China currently... No, this is actually Japan. This is actually Manchukuo as well. And we do want to try and occupy that port. Be a very good idea to try and nick that port. Okay, no, Tianjin's going to be able to do it. Brilliant, which means we can just keep pushing that way. And if we can trap them between a rock and a hard place, we're going to be very well to do, guys. Very well to do indeed. And they should capitulate. Yep, they're going to capitulate. Manchukuo has indeed capitulated, giving us a very small amount of equipment, but a huge bonus for what we can do. Okay. Come on, lads. No, just go there. Good stuff. Korea is being absolutely dominated. We are pushing very quickly. So yeah, this is actually China. And China has actually reclaimed a gigantic chunk of territory. And this means we've pushed Japan all the way back, which is fantastic. Who owns this? China, for some reason. Okay, whatever. We will then be able to get focus trees to declare war on Japan, which would be great. Yep, this is all Chinese land now. So we just need to watch that port. Keep going that way, lads. Keep going that way. We don't care about individual sections. We want the factories of Korea. That's what we need. And the resources as well. This is going to give us more civilian factories, because now we no longer need to import resources. Which is fantastic. Keep up the pressure, boys. Keep up the pressure. We don't want to put any divisions there, because we have literally no need for that. This gives us a gigantic section of our empire. And there is pretty much literally nothing they can do. Right, you guys need to go this way, please. Because the sooner we can take Korea, the better. Japan has now managed to knock a couple extra provinces here, but that's good, because any territory that we can occupy that Japan has taken is beneficial to us here. Ooh. Alright, here we go. Really, I kind of just want to keep nicking this area here. You need to reposition very quickly that way. We want to make sure these guys do not have a chance, and if we can take that port, all the better. Hang on, when do they get there? Oh, and they are encircled. Brilliant. That's fantastic. Okay, we're going to keep up on this front. And we're just going to keep trying to nick bits of territory here. Because the real key here is... No, sorry, take that, take that, take that. No, it's okay. We can go here, actually. Any section of territory that we grab is amazing for us. Look at that. Because every ounce... If we can get to Qingdao, we get a huge chunk of bonus, and we just get stronger in general. That'll be really good for us. Alright. What are you doing, you sneaky sod? Any bit we win on is a bit that... oh, what? They push back. How'd they take it? How the earth did they get that? No. Oh, okay. They've immediately given up. They could surrender the port by moving back their troops. I really wanted to wipe them out. Man. Alright, they have managed to grab a little bit of the port. That's okay. It hasn't really meant much for them. We are just going to delete these additional lines here. Good stuff. We actually do have some dockyards, but they're not of import right now. I will chuck make a convoy production, because I've got nothing else to do with this stuff right now. We've managed to... we want to keep protecting Beijing. This is kind of the priority here. We can get to Qingdao, all the better. They are starting to suffer massive attrition losses, which is fantastic. We're going to reposition these guys very quickly. And I'm going to turn down to speed 3 because I'm starting to lose control just a touch. I'm going to try and take that over there. We're still good for infantry equipment. We've got that basic equipment and we're starting to replenish our normal supply, which recruiting an absolute ton of divisions, which is brilliant. We can knock out this lovely section here. We can get these factories. Well, it's not many factories at all, but it does help. It does help. Are we missing any steel? Yeah, we are missing a little bit because we just gained some more factories. We will import them from this. We don't need oil as yet. Right. This means you can go this way. Because, like I said, any ounce of territory we grab in this area is better. And we do get focuses to declare war on Japan itself, so that's okay. Once we want to do that, we can. War bonds could be quite fun to do if we get extra political power. We can also do a communist the communists are actually infiltrating us. Anti-communist sweep. We do this, we should be able to, because we are now one of the communist powers. I'm sorry, the Chinese powers even. Got a bit too many divisions in this area. But we do want to try and keep hold of them. They're trying to break out, which isn't good. We want to keep up the pressure in that section because we do not want them being able to replenish. Alright, there we go. That should break that port over there. There we are. There's no reason to not grab every inch of territory here. At literally every point. I really wish we could grab this port. I'm going to keep this weak one there. Move him like that. We've got a bit too many divisions on this section. So we're going to assign him to this front line here. He's got lots of really good infantry experience, which is good. We have managed to stop him from progressing, which is great. How long until they cross that river? We have 2 days. Perfect. Loads of time. We are suffering a little bit right now. Got a bit too much moving this way. Let's try and move them that way. Infantry experience is over there. Good. We have unassigned divisions, which is great. Because we are recruiting an absolutely ridiculous number of soldiers. Good man. Keep going, boys. Keep going. I'm going to turn this one on to force attack to gain huge bonuses towards our actual, damage, which is great. Any inch of territory that we grab that the AI can't is a bonus for us. This means, of course, we are not allowed to retreat, however. But that's bloody fine with me. I do not desire to retreat. Alright, good, good, good. Korea is still holding on. They are widely encircled, which is great. Our reinforced rate is helping us out a little bit here. We are, you know, still low in equipment, but not terribly so. What do you got here? Got one more division here. Right, fill up that gap there. Got Chinese troops actually trying to sneak it in, which isn't good. How long till they get there? 8 hours, and they will get there in 2 days, so I think we'll be fine. There's still a little bit of aggression here, which I'm not a fan of. That'll wipe out that, which is good. Can try and push back some of the soldiers that exist here. They are dying slowly, but it's just a bit of a struggle. Oh, and they've died. Cool. Yes, come on, boys. We can do it. Alright, get you back that way. Alright, and we're just going to try and encircle these areas here so they get continuously cut off and they are never able to do anything ever again. Getting Qingdao as well would be fantastic because there are some spicy factories there. Looks like these guys have all been pushed back. Inch by inch they lose territory. Inch by bloody inch. Getting Imperial Divinity is going to be fantastic. Then we're going to get Reclaim the Empire. We have got Beijing, which means we can move the capital there whenever we bloody like. And that is Qingdao, which only has one civvy factory, unfortunately. Are there any resources here that I could be grabbing? No, there's not. Well, we'll continue this in the next episode. We've finally managed to actually succeed in our independence war. We just got to push back them from Korea and take any other ounce of territory that exists in this area. One possibility is, well, if Japan actually does manage to continue their invasion in China, that could be really good for us as well. We are just going to have to keep fighting and prepare for our inevitable invasion of China itself. Leave a like and comment on the video. Let me think of the series so far. And I was Aldrin Hill, and I continue to be, and this has been some Hearts of Iron IV Waking Tiger as Qing. Bye-bye.